Question 1. Occupational distribution of information is mainly influenced by A. Economic factor. B. Religious factor. C. Geographical factor. D. Social factor. The correct answer is A. Economic factor. Occupational distribution of population refers to the classification of the working population into different types of work they engage in. The occupational distribution in any population is influenced by factors which includes the level of education, availability of natural resources, the level of technology, the type of production activities. Question 2. The reward for capital is A. Interest. B. Rent. C. Risk premium. D. Premium. The correct answer is A. Interest. Capital means the money that helps in the production of goods. It involves the time element and includes land, labor, etc. It helps in supplying the raw materials and appliances and equipment in the production process. The reasons of interest being a reward of capital are as follows. Number 1. Interest is the reward received by the capital owners to raise their capital stock by lending money. Number 2. Capital covers a wide variety of items like machines, stock, etc., which increase the quality and quantity of factors of production. Number 3. A capital system considers the factors of production and gets the reward in the form of wages, interest, etc. Question 3. The reduction in the value of a country's currency in relation to the value of the currencies of other nations is known as A. Deflation. B. Inflation. C. Devaluation. D. Revaluation. The correct answer is C. Devaluation. Devaluation is the deliberate downward adjustment of the value of a country's money relative to another currency or standard. It is a monetary policy tool used by countries with a fixed exchange rate or semi-fixed exchange. Key takeaways. Devaluation is the deliberate downward adjustment of a country's currency value. The government issuing the currency can decide to devalue its currency. Devaluing a currency reduces the cost of a country's exports and can help shrink trade deficits. Question 4. Mortgage banks give loans to investors on a long-term basis to A. Finance agriculture. B. Establish banks. C. Acquire machinery. D. Build houses. The correct answer is D. Build houses. First, we need to understand the meaning of mortgage. A mortgage is a type of loan used to purchase or maintain a home, plot of land, or other types of real estate. The borrower agrees to pay the lender over time, typically in a series of regular payments that are divided into principal and interest. The property then serves as collateral to secure the loan. Now we know what mortgage is all about. It will be easier to understand the function of a mortgage bank. A mortgage bank is a type of bank which primary function is to loan money to borrowers investing in real estate properties. Key takeaways. Mortgages are loans that are used to buy homes, build houses, and other types of real estate. The property itself serves as collateral for the loan. Question 5. In a capitalist economy, factors of production are owned and controlled by the A. Citizens, B. Businessmen, C. Government, D. Foreigners. The correct answer is B. Businessmen. Capitalism or free market economy may be defined as the type of economic system in which the means of production are owned and controlled by private individuals, that is, it is characterized by private ownership of the means of production. In this case, the private individuals play a greater role than the government in taking decisions on what to produce, how to produce, for whom to produce, and the distribution of what has been produced. Please help us by liking and subscribing to our channel. Thank you for your time and kindness. Now back to the program. Question 6. The establishment of industries in rural areas will help to reduce A. Urban, rural migration, B. Rural, urban migration, C. Rural, rural migration, D. Urban, urban migration. The correct answer is B. Rural, urban migration. Rural, urban migration is the movement of people from rural areas such as villages to urban centers. The establishment of industries, projects and businesses that will absorb the rural working population and reverse labor movement will go a long way in reducing rural-urban migration. Question 7. International trade is an application of the principle of A. Industrial production, B. Mass production, C. Regional production, D. Comparative cost advantage. The correct answer is D. Comparative cost advantage. International trade is based on the principle of comparative advantage. Countries specialize in the production of goods and services in which they have a comparative advantage. They export these goods and services to other countries and import the goods and services the other countries produce. Question 8. The number of people who are qualified to work and who offer themselves for employment is called A. Migrant labor, B. Working population, C. Labor turnover, D. Mobility of labor. The correct answer is B. Working population. Working population, also known as labor force, refers to the total number of persons available to supply the labor for the production of economic goods and services. In other words, It is the total number of people of working age in a country who are able and willing by law to work. Question 9. Which of the following is an advantage of localization of industry? A. Development of subsidiary farms. B. Creation of parallel markets. C. Development of slums. D. Attraction of foreign capital. The correct answer is A. Development of subsidiary farms. Localization of industries refers to the concentration of farms or industries producing similar products in one area. As major farms concentrate in one area, other subsidiary farms that assist the major farms in the production of goods usually emerge. Question 10. The Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, has been slow in achieving its objectives because of A. The activities of multinationals. B. Inadequate personnel at the Secretariat. C. Political instability. D. Inadequate international support. The correct answer is C. Political instability. Frequent change of leadership of member state creates a difference in ideology, and this is a major problem of ECOWAS. Please help us by liking and subscribing to our channel. Thank you for your time and kindness. Now back to the program. Question 11. Joint ventures are partnership involving A. The poor and the rich. B. Employers and workers. C. Government and private investors. D. Multinationals and individuals. The correct answer is C. Government and private investors. Public-private partnerships or PPPs are arrangements between the government and private sector entities for the purpose of delivering a service, such as building public infrastructure and community facilities. The private sector entity usually manages the provision of public assets for a specified period, and there's a well-defined allocation of risk between the public entity and the government and the private sector. Institutional PPPs are usually joint ventures, JVs, between public and private sector stakeholders to carry out PPP projects by sharing the risks and to provide public services on a long-term basis. Question 12. In which of the following business units are the owners mostly the customers? A. Cooperatives. B. Limited liability companies. C. Partnership. D. Public corporations. The correct answer is A. Cooperatives. Cooperatives are businesses owned by member owners. Cooperatives are democratically controlled by their member owners, and unlike a traditional business, each member gets a voice in how the business is run. Services or goods provided by the cooperative benefit and serve the member owners. Important note, the people of the cooperative are those customers who use its products, supplies, or services. Question 13. The formula index of export prices / index of import prices times 100 is used to measure the A. Volume of trade between countries. B. Direction of international trade. C. Commodity terms of trade. D. Volume of imports. The correct answer is C. Commodity terms of trade. The formula index of export prices / index of import prices multiplied by 100 is used to measure the commodity terms of trade between two countries. Commodity terms of trade refers to the ratio of the price of a country's exports to the price of its imports. This formula takes into account the prices of goods that are both imported and exported between two countries, and expresses their relationship as an index. If the resulting number is greater than 100, it means that the country's exports are becoming more expensive relative to its imports. Conversely, if the number is less than 100, it means that the country's exports are becoming cheaper relative to its imports. Therefore, this formula is used to gauge the relative strength of a country's exports compared to its imports and can have an impact on a country's balance of payments and overall economic health. Question 14. Which of the following is an invisible item? A. Petroleum services. B. Processed rice. C. Processed milk. D. Banking services. The correct answer is D. Banking services. Invisible exports consist of services rendered to other countries. Such services include transport, banking, insurance, and other consulting service. Question 15. The full meaning of OPEC is A. Oil and petroleum exporting countries. B. Original petroleum exporting countries. C. Organization of petrol exporting countries. D. Organization of the petroleum exporting countries. The correct answer is D. Organization of the petroleum exporting countries. The term Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries, OPEC, refers to a group of 12 of the world's major oil exporting nations. OPEC was founded in 1960 to coordinate the petroleum policies of its members and to provide member states with technical and economic aid. OPEC is a cartel that aims to manage the supply of oil in an effort to set the price of oil on the world market, in order to avoid fluctuations that might affect the economies of both producing and purchasing countries. Current OPEC members are Algeria, Equatorial Guinea, Gabon, Iran, Iraq, Kuwait, Libya, Nigeria, the Republic of the Congo, Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates and Venezuela. Meanwhile, Angola, Ecuador, Indonesia, and Qatar are former OPEC members. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one.